Morning, everybody. It's been a while, eh? It's been a while since I've managed to do a little recording. Life has been really busy, but I would like to show a few things. Yeah, I've been spending just a bit too much time in the computer. Finished the master class probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I received some really awesome feedback, so I'm just been working on the background there to kind of release a few more options, a few more affordable options as well, more accessible options. So it's been taking a lot of my time, and I'm getting excited about the land. Winter here has been very mild, but it did come. We had 2 events, 2 4-day events or something like that. We got quite a little frost here. It got down to about -2, maybe -3. It did get to -3 in a friend's property just beside. So, but I didn't have a thermometer here. But things got really frosty. And really happy to see how the system have been evolving, and basically no damage. I mean, I'm going to show you what happened. And then probably 2 weeks later we had another 4 or so day event. Not so frosty this time, maybe just a mild frost, but just on the dead material on the grass that was done. But yeah, really happy to show you as well. I'm hoping to be a bit more active now in the garden, now that spring's coming. Still no rain, and the forecast is for a later rain, so maybe just October, November. But we'll see. It will keep us moving. Things are going here. It's time to do a lot of management again, but I'll show you, see how it goes. Alright, as you can see, the grass got quite a bit burnt, but now the things are starting to grow, and that is something that is exciting. If we go and have a look, it was all just brown, but we start to see some of the green pop up above the brown, but it was just completely white and burnt. It was super crunchy. The bottom part of the system, which is pretty much the weakest part for whatever reason. I mean, this bed is probably the worst bed we've got. Is the one that the ants really came and did a lot of damage. We can see here the banana got a little bit of a frost damage there, burnt few leaves, but we can see a very beautiful new leaf. So everything is on track. No damage whatsoever, even though temperatures probably got down to -3. Few little leaf burns, but things are looking really good. Down the bottom, I was concerned, as I shared, on that manage that I did, but we can see even here on the weak side, how much growth we've got. Probably about 4 weeks, little bit of growth from here and there. So things are really getting into springtime. Temperatures has been quite good for growing. Look at that. That's the sign we're looking for on that macadamia there. Really coming back and saying, all right, I'm ready to do it. We're just missing some rain. We're just missing the water. Cindy has been doing a lot of work. Probably every couple of weeks she comes down and spend about 10 hours watering just the beds, trying to put about 20 mil worth of rain, which means she spent about 40 seconds every meter of every bed. And that's amazing work. Really glad that she's able to do that. Here again, the banana, completely frost damaged, but with the protection that we had around it, it didn't do any core damage, and it's going boom boom. Happy with the growth. As we move back up, you will see how things are just going nuts. Really interesting to see the drying as well. A couple of weeks ago, all those pods were still pretty green on the Cretallaria, but now we start to see dry pods. So that's good. That's good, because I really need a lot of those seeds for the next development, which is going to be around here, creating a pasture for a cow. So it's going to be a little cattle system there, just for 1 or 2 mini cows. That's my plan, but that's just for a year or 2 once that pasture becomes well established. Yeah, you can see the frost damage there, but pretty thick. I left it to be, even though I did manage for the seeds, I let it quite a thick layer because I knew it could come. So there's probably a 20 centimeters layer down there, and it really did the trick. So that's the important part. We can see how important it is to create an organism where we have different plants fulfilling different functions. Even this one here, this banana right on the edge, again survived the frost, no dramas, and now coming back into it. as we go up here, we will see how things are just exploding. And that's the beauty as well, because up to here there's a very clear distinction down the bottom there. Things are doing really well, really happy. Some of the pigeon peas have gone back into flowering, as I've kind of thought it could. They put beautiful growth. You can see the pruning there, how it happened. But they are going back into flower, which is okay, but not all. You know, you can see here a lot of them going straight into leaf production, but this is looking a lot better, a lot healthier. But here you see the power of incorporating veggies, but the veggies only in the first season, only in the very beginning, because there is a very clear distinction when we look for this kind of growth and recovery and density compared to that kind of growth. And that's because from here up, we do have some vegetables growing. Some veggie beds are doing well. The brassicas are starting to really struggle, so you can see we were having some massive cauliflowers and broccoli, but now things are just going, this is a bit dry, a bit windy, a bit hot. We are allowing one of the brassicas, we have a purple cauliflower here, which I'm not too sure if it is a hybrid or not, but I think it might be. But we're just trying to get some seeds out of them, because it's very important if we can keep the seeds going. So this is that beautiful purple cauliflower coming here, so we're leaving one specimen here and one specimen there. But the growth here is just phenomenal. Look at this. You can see the signs of the frost there, that it come and did a little bit of a bite. So the frost was about 3 weeks ago, and look how much growth it has put. Frost here, it has added probably 40 to 50 centimeters of growth just on that plant, and that is everywhere. So this is clearly time to manage once again, and people need to consider that, because we have probably put about 100 hours worth of management already. This is a 6-month-old system, maybe 7 months now, and we haven't really gone into the full growing season. So you can imagine how this is going to look like when the rain starts to show up and the temperature stays at 25 to 30, 35 maybe. These things will just absolutely explode. Look at that. We've got a wall of growth on both sides, and that's the nature of the beast. The more we can come and manage and put this down and organize, then the more powerful it will become. But you can also see that if we can't get through this, give another month and we have basically a Mexican sunflower forest and nothing else. But look at the density, look at the growth of this interrows here. Look at the size of the bananas compared to what we were looking at the back, at the bottom, sorry. So that's the power of bringing one cycle of veggie in the middle. So we bring in nutrients, we bring in a little bit of water, because of course we are watering. We've been 4 or 5 months of drought, and that is the result. But we can also see how it's left. The ground here is probably worse than how it was before. We used to have grasses, we used to have plant communities, but now we took all of that to grow the veggies, which means we now need to do something else, something that will support the whole structure of the organism, something that will have a similar life cycle as well, a similar dynamics, and veggies is definitely not that. So as soon as the waters start to fall, this will be turned into another row. I'm still deciding, probably experimenting with a number of crops, probably the mid to low strata plants, talking about ginger, talking about turmeric, coffee, maybe some blueberries if I can afford it. They're pretty expensive here in Brazil. They're about $50 each. So to put a row of blueberries here, might be close to $1,000. So I'm trying to find other options. I think I found an option of clones, which might be down to 20 or 15 each. So yeah, so the idea is to have rows of lower strata plants in between to replace those veggie rows. Maybe some extra grasses. I'm not too sure on the grass, because I think things will just get too dark too quick. But that's the game. That is the game. That is the beauty of that. But we cannot get addicted to those veggies in between, because they are not long-term support for the system. They are beautiful on the first round. They really bring our attention. They really we bring resources for them to pump. But now it's time to move along. So once that crop is done, then basically all my veggie production will be go down into this flat pad area that I've been working for the last month or so, just trying to organize, and you can see that in another video. But this is it. This is gonna be our veggie and grain production area, but I'll keep you posted on how it develops. So this is it. Bit of a long time coming, but I hope you enjoy. I am enjoying. Things are just absolutely pumping, just creaming in along. A lot of work to do, but we are so excited to be able to do that work. I hope your life is going well. I hope your systems are developed well. If you got any questions, hit me, but not on YouTube, as I'm not able to make the most of it. I'm just too busy with teaching my course, you know, the Syntropic Agroforestry Masterclass, and managing the land here. So basically YouTube for me is just to share, but I don't have the capacity to reply and give the attention to the questions. So I thank you very much for the questions. I do see them, but I don't have the capacity to answer them. So if you want to get in touch via WhatsApp or some other means, and if you really want to learn that stuff, then join the course, join the masterclass, and you'll be able to create a system that is your own, that works for you, and not a copy and paste system. Take it easy, and I'll see you on the other side.